and large impact makes the black swan a great puzzle. That, but that is not yet the core concern of this book. Add to this phenomenon the fact that we tend to act if it does not exist. I don't mean just you, your cousin Joy and me, but almost also the social sciences, who for other over a century have operated under the false belief that their tools could measure uncertainty for the applications of the sciences. Of uncertainty to the real world problems has had ridiculous effects. I have been privileged to see it in finance and economics. Go ask your portfolio manager for this definition of risk, and odds are that we will supply you with a measure that excludes the possibility of the black swan, hence one that has no better protective value for assessing the total risks and astrology. We will see how the Joseph and textual fraud, risk and astrology. We will see how the Joseph and textual fraud with mathematics. This problem is endemic in social matters. The highly expected not happening is also a black swan. Note by symmetry, the occurrence of highly improbable events is the equivalent of the non-occurrence of highly probable one. The central idea of the book concerns of our blindness with respect to randomness, particularly the large deviations. Why do we scientists or non-scientists, hotshots, our regular Joes tend to see the pennies instead of the dollars? Why do we keep focusing on minute?
Where?
Here. Here. Minute. Not the possible significance. Large events in spite of the obvious evidence of our huge influence. And if you follow my argument, why would reading the newspaper actually decrease your knowledge of the world? It is easy to see that life is cumulative effect of a handful of significant shocks. It is not so hard to identify the role of a black swan from your armchair or bar stool. Go through the following exercise. Look into your own existence. Count the significant events, the technological changes, and the inventions that have taken place in our environment since we were born, and compare them to what was expected before their advent. How many of them came on a schedule? Look into your own personal life to your choice and profession, say, or meeting your mates, your exile from your country or of your own origin. By betrayals, you faced your sudden enrichment or impoverishment. Impoverishment. How often did these things occur according to the plan? What you don't know. Black Swan's logic makes what you don't know far more relevant than what you do know. Consider that many black swans can be caused and exacerbated by their being unexpected. Think of the terrorist attack on September 11th, 2001. Had the risk been reasonably conceivably on September 10th, it would have not happened. If such a possibility were deemed worthy attention, fighter planes would have circled the sky above the Twin Towers. Airplanes would have locked bulletproof doors, and the attack would not have taken place, period. Something else might even taken place. What? I don't know. Isn't it strange to see an event happening precisely because it is not supposed to happen? What kind of defense do we have against that? Whatever you come to know, the New York is an easy terrorist target for insurance. May become inconsequential if your enemy that you knows that you know it. It may be odd that in such a strategic game that can be truly inconsequential. This extends to all businesses. Think about the secret recipe to making a killing in the restaurant business. If it were known and obvious, when someone next door would have already come up with the idea of it. Would have become generic. The next killing in the restaurants industry needs to be an idea that is not easily convincing of by the current population of restaurateurs. It has not been at some distance from expectations. The more unexpected the success of such a venture, the smaller the number of competitors and more successful and entrepreneur who implement kind of entrepreneurship. The same applies to scientific theories. Nobody has interest in listening in trivialities. The payoff of human venture is in general inversely proportional of what it is expected to be. Consider the Indian Ocean tsunami of December 2004. Had it been expected, it would have not caused the damage it did. The areas affected would have been less populated and early warning system would have been put in place. What you know cannot really hurt you.
So, tell me, what's your idea of black swan? What does it mean?
About the unexpected events that are happening, people don't know, and about and also about the and also like
How can you relate it to what's happening in your life now?
The only event that is happening is coronavirus.
Did you expect that you were going to be at home 2 weeks earlier for holidays, early holidays, and you're going to spend 2 weeks?
4 weeks, 2 weeks for holidays, and the other 2 weeks for just using an app for our class to do work, like the whole schedule, the schedule for school for the whole day.
Did you expect all of this?
No,
Would you call
but
this
it's more like the book about the unexpected events that'll happen. More like coronavirus, and then we have to stay home for 4 weeks, and then 2 weeks holidays and all that.
So that's what a Black Swan event is, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Antonio.
Thank